There are places in this world where imagination and reality meet, shake hands, and transport you to a creative world that defies expected norms. Park Güell is one of them. It's a fever dream of color, curves, and of stone twisted into impossible formations. A landscape where Gaudí played God. There's something about a climb, something primal. You put in the effort, your feet crunching against uneven stone, muscles tightening, lungs reminding you you're alive. And at the top, you earn the view. Turro de las Tres Cruz, the highest point in Park Güell. Gaudí intended to build a chapel here. Instead, there are 3 weathered stone crosses. Maybe even better this way, simple, raw, like a marker for lost souls who've wandered too far from the Las Ramblas looking for something real. You come up here and suddenly Barcelona makes sense. The city sprawls, messy and beautiful, full of life. This isn't a place you just visit, it's a place that grabs hold of you. You could stay up here, take it all in. Or you could go back down, find a cold beer, and let Barcelona pull you into its rhythm. Either way, you win. Off the main path is Casa Trias. No mosaics, no undulating facade. Just a dignified salmon pink house standing like an old aristocrat watching the madness below. The house stands, a quiet witness to Barcelona's ever-changing heartbeat. You can't go inside. You just pass by, wondering what stories those shuttered windows could tell. The path snakes from the house, winding down into the park's depths. It's quieter here, away from the main entrances and the eager selfie takers. The gravel crunches underfoot as I walk, flanked by rough-hewn stone walls, their surfaces mottled with creeping vines. The artistry here isn't just in what was built, but in how it merges seamlessly with nature. You get the sense that Gaudí didn't just design this place, he let it grow, nurtured it, like an eccentric botanist coaxing magic from the earth. The pillars along the path tilt like trees caught in mid-dance, each one uniquely twisted and curved, defying symmetry, refusing the ordinary. Eventually, the path delivers me to the gardens, an open expanse punctuated by Gaudí's signature stone sculptures. Here, rock isn't just rock, it's movement, it's poetry, it's an extension of the land itself. Some structures seem to mimic natural caves, others arch like rib bones of some ancient prehistoric beast. They loom, casting jagged shadows in the afternoon sun. It's beautiful, yes, but also primal, raw. You get the feeling that Gaudí understood something about the bones of the earth that the rest of us missed. Gaudí didn't just build, he dreamed in stone. These pillars, twisting like ancient roots, aren't just architecture. They're movement frozen in time, rough, imperfect, almost alive. Walk beneath them and you feel it. The weight of history, the madness of genius, a place where nature and art get drunk together. Hiding in plain sight, a pale pink house with green shutters and a roof line that curves like it belongs in a children's book. Gaudí lived here, not in some towering masterpiece, but in this, organic, humble, almost unremarkable compared to the madness around it. It's not a monument, not a spectacle. It's something rarer, a glimpse into a mind of a genius when the world wasn't watching. This was meant to be part of an entire planned community. Gaudí's vision of a perfect urban landscape. Only a few homes were built before the project stalled, leaving behind the scattered remnants of what could have been. But maybe that's the magic of it, this feeling that you've stumbled into a half-forgotten dream. Walking further, I reached the Grand Terrace, the heart of Park Güell, and suddenly, the city unfolds before me, a panorama of Barcelona stretching out to the sea. The skyline is punctuated by the unmistakable silhouette of La Sagrada Familia, cranes still hovering around its spires. But here, in the park, the real star is the Serpentine Bench, a mosaic masterpiece undulating around the terrace's edge. It's an explosion of colors, shards of broken tile forming intricate patterns, a riot of blues, yellows, and greens that feel alive, electric. You sit here, feel the sun on your skin, the hum of the city below, and you understand, you really understand, that Gaudí wasn't just building things, he was making music out of stone. Past the terrace, the path dips again into another sculpture garden, and right here, nestled in the hillside, we've got what might be one of his most subtle mind-benders, the Washerwoman's Portico. At first glance, this might look like a collapsing ruin, like something built by an ancient civilization that got a little too ambitious with their engineering. But nope, this is deliberate. A stone arcade built on a slant, perfectly aligned with the contours of the hill. The structures here feel ancient, as if it's been weathered by centuries, but they haven't. They've been sculpted this way, deliberately imperfect, mimicking the erosion of time. Some places make you feel small, not in a bad way, but in the awestruck kind of way. This is the Hypostyle Hall, Gaudí's take on a Greek temple if the Greeks had dropped acid and let the trees tell them what to build. Originally, this was supposed to be a market. Picture it, Barcelona's elite strolling through here, shopping for fresh seafood, haggling over olives. That never happened. Instead, we got this, a forest of columns propping up a terrace above. And that ceiling, Gaudí didn't do boring. It got these wild, swirling mosaics made from shattered ceramics. Imperfect, broken pieces coming together to make something whole. Kind of poetic if you think about it. Finally, a descent toward the main entrance, down the famous dragon staircase, and here at last is the image that has become synonymous with Park Güell, the iconic mosaic salamander El Drac, its scales gleaming in bursts of orange, blue, and gold. Park Güell isn't just a park, it's a manifesto. It's Gaudí's whispering to us through time, reminding us to look beyond the straight lines of the everyday, to embrace the organic, the imperfect, the wondrously strange. Park Güell, where art, nature, and madness collide beautifully.